everybody, Denise Vasquez here, and welcome to my next edition of How Accessible is Accessible for the Disabled Photographer Project. Alright, well right now we're at the Valley of Fire State Park, and the bad news is we were told at the gate that this park is not the kind of park that would be accessible, whatever that means, but the bottom line is it is not ADA compliant. And just a side note, you have to pay $10 whenever you come to a state park. You cannot use the access pass that I wrote about that is available through the National Park System for permanent disability. So you can't use it here at the Valley of Fire or other state parks. So it costs $10 to get in. And if you're visiting the state parks, that adds up really quickly. So I just had to mention that. But anyway, we're at the Valley of Fire. There are no ADA compliant trails, which is a really big disappointment because for me, nature is healing. Everyone deserves to have access to nature. And so my mission with these videos is to help bring awareness to parks that are fully ADA compliant and parks that aren't, in hopes that maybe someday parks like Valley of Fire will be accessible to everybody, right? We all deserve to have accessibility, and that's really important to me. So I'm on a mission, you guys. All right, so we're at the Valley of Fire, and we're at this place called Atlatl Rock. Now, what makes Atlatl Rock really special is that there's petroglyphs here on the rock. To get to the main part of the petroglyphs at the top of the rock, you would have to climb 3 flights of stairs, and if you're disabled like me, you can't do it. But if you come to the left around the rock, there is a path. Now let me warn you, the path is not paved. It's very rocky and sandy at some points, but it is possible. So if you're gonna try, just tread carefully, walk carefully. And if you're in a wheelchair and you have somebody that's super strong, or if you have one of those wheelchairs that are made for like roads or beaches with the bigger wheels, then you should be able to get around the rock no problem to check out these petroglyphs. Now the good news about this location is that they do have this really nice picnic area that is accessible. Now why they couldn't extend that paved road all the way here to this beautiful spot, I don't know. But maybe with me saying that, it'll make someone think like, yeah, why don't we make more paved roads here in the park, right? All right, well, be sure to check out my website, www.denisevasquezphotography.com. That's where I'll be vlogging about the Disabled Photographer Project. You can check out my photography while you're there and help support my project by purchasing my photography. If you feel like making a donation, there's a donate button in the blog. And if you're on Instagram, be sure to follow the Disabled Photographer Project at Disabled Photographer Project. All right, you guys, we'll see you at the next stop, and thanks for supporting the Disabled Photographer Project. So I wanted to point out, seeing a path like this might be a little deceiving to the restroom. The walkway is paved, but when you get into the restrooms, the stalls are so small that you cannot fit a wheelchair or even possibly crutches inside the stall. So I just wanted to point that out.